Raw Rebel Talk here. So, um, I told you guys I would come on and I would talk about my relationship. So, yeah, first, for starters, let's just say no relationship is perfect, which happens to be the title. And it's true, no relationship is perfect. There's not a perfect relationship out there. There's nobody doing the relationship the perfect way. Um, that's why I think a lot of social media seems to portray, and a lot of superstars and a lot of people in the limelight like to portray that their relationship is perfect when no relationship is perfect. Um, I think that um, there's even a lot of people that feed off of the fact that your relationship is not perfect, and they give you insight into how to fix your relationship when, or something that could be easy to fix your relationship, and it's not going to fix it. Um, so I'm here to just tell you guys the imperfections in my relationship and the good in my relationship, so that way you can see the reality of it. So, um, right now, I think in my relationship, I think that communication could be a lot better. And what I mean by that, is communication is the I guess I guess some people say communication is the backbone, because if you can't communicate with each other, then um, your relationship is doomed for failure. Which I don't believe in that. I just believe that um, we have a lot to learn about communication, and sometimes you can get help with that by going to therapy, which is what me and my partner are planning to do. So, uh, communication is a big thing that we fail on, especially when we get into disagreements. We are we are just back and forth arguing, and neither one of us is listening to what the other has to say. Um, and it's just it's terrible to say, but I feel like as if sometimes I'm not heard, and I'm pretty sure he feels the same way, that he's not heard sometimes. So our um our communication is terrible. Where we make up for that is our I think that spontaneity. I don't know if that's a real word. Spontaneousness. Our spontaneousness makes up for it, because we both like can agree on something to do right in, like, in the moment. Um, or like we're very creative, or we come up with ideas pretty easily. And there's times where we agree. I wouldn't say there's always times where we disagree. Um, there's times where we do come together and we agree, which is really nice. Um, what's another thing that's lacking in the relationship? The other thing that's lacking in the relationship is the accountability. I think on mostly his end, I could probably say that I don't take accountability sometimes too, but mostly his end is it's lacking. Um, and if anybody that doesn't know what accountability is basically take owning up to your mistakes or owning up to your actions. So you have to pretty much put your pride aside, and like if somebody says they are hurting because of the fact that you did something that hurt them, you can't sit here and say that you didn't do it. You have no control over what your actions have done to that other person. So basically, you have to own up to your actions and admit that you did possibly hurt that person, and just kind of clear the air sometimes by saying, hey, look, I didn't even mean to do that. So, yeah, but most of the time, you have to take accountability of your actions. Um, on the opposite corner of that, I guess we do forgive each other easily. We forgive each other, regardless of not if we take accountability or not. We always tend to forgive each other pretty easily, which I really do like. I like that he doesn't take, um, he doesn't take stuff too personally. Well, not personally, because sometimes he does take stuff personally, but he doesn't, he doesn't sit and he doesn't like regret. No, not the regret. What's the name? What's the damn word for it? Um, like harbor or keep things like harbor stuff or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember the word for it, but basically he doesn't hold a grudge. Yeah, there we go. He doesn't hold a grudge for stuff. He's likely to forgive. We're both likely to forgive. Um, what else? The of lack of leadership. I feel like his leadership is slacking. Like he very much slacks in leadership, um, which I don't have a problem leading if that if that's the case. Um, I feel like I have the confidence in that. But then again, there's times where I need somebody else to lead, and it's like hard to get him to lead things. Um, but yeah. Anyways, the opposite side of that is he's really fun to be around. He makes me laugh a lot. I like laughing. um, what else? So, and then the absence of, uh, basically the absence of, let's see, how can I put this? This mental, like mentally blind or not blind, but blind to the fact that I need help is another thing that is concerning to me in the relationship. Basically, what I mean by that is like seeing when I'm overwhelmed. He doesn't see when I'm overwhelmed. He doesn't notice when I'm overwhelmed. He doesn't realize when I'm overly pushing myself to the point of exhaustion and takes over from there, which could be a leadership issue. So, I mean, he doesn't really step in for that. So it's like a little bit hard when I have to take on so much and I feel like I can't trust him to lead. That's another issue. Trust is another issue in our relationship. And that's that being trust being meaning like not trust him around, well, trust in general, period. It doesn't always have to be, oh, he's going to cheat. It could be that I don't trust him to do what he says he's going to do. Like, for instance, I don't trust him to say, oh, I'll take out the trash. I'll take out the trash in 5 minutes. I don't trust him to do that because I feel like I'm going to have to remind him again in 30 minutes because he didn't do it in five like he said he was. Um, and little things like that could add up to make me lose trust in bigger things. Like if he says, "Oh, I got everything for the party," I'm not going to trust that. I'm going to be like, "Oh no, you probably missed something. I'm going to go back and double check you." So yeah, trust is a big thing that's hurting our relationship too. I don't technically, I'm sure he trusts me, but I don't trust him. And that comes into play when it comes to safety too. I feel like as if I have to be on my guard all the time, meaning like I have to pretty much always watch my own back and because I can't trust him to do it. Like it's just hard. Because he says things, he'll say things that he he'll say, "Oh, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to take care of that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." But then he doesn't do them. And that makes me lose trust in him when you don't follow through or if you're inconsistent. If you're inconsistent, meaning like one day you do this all the time, then the next day you don't do this, I'm going to assume you aren't consistent. And that makes me also lose trust in you. Another thing too that he pretty much sucks at, but I mean it's not like that big a deal, but it is something I want to mention is like not planning stuff, like as far as date nights and stuff like that, or trips or anything. Um, I think that it's important to date each other in a relationship because that's how you pretty much you know get out of the zone. We can't just be parents 24/7 and you know that's it. We're just parents. We have to at least date each other and enjoy each other's company every now and then. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of things I do love about him. Like, for instance, like I said, the way he makes me laugh, the the times that he is consider like he's considerate sometimes, and he'll like take over something that I needed done or something like that. Sometimes he does do that. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't do it all the time. It's just he's not consistent with it. But there's times where he does take over and like helps out a lot. But yeah, I think that like we get along pretty well. Like, and I love the fact that he and I are really close in age. Well, the same age actually, not far apart from each other. Only 4 days apart. 4 days apart from each other as far as age wise. 4 days, meaning literally 4 days. We were born the same year and everything. Um, so I like that about him. I love that he's the father of my children. I love that he like takes that is very he's very overprotective of me, which I like too. Sometimes it can be a little overbearing, but I like that he's overprotective of me. Um, but yeah, he's a little Tidge crazy, which I don't mind because I'm a little Tidge crazy too. Um, but yeah, I love I love him. I love him, and I plan on getting married. Um, things obviously aren't perfect, but which like I said at the beginning, no relationship really is. And I plan on getting married sometime maybe next year or the year following that next year. Um, so yeah, we'll see. I love you guys. Just want to come on here and talk a little bit of shit. I love you guys. Spread love. Think for yourself. Live free. Bye. Have a good night.